studies and also in my job. And yeah, that's it. The
Okay.
same old. Yeah. And what about you?
I've been busy with my homemaking, that's it. And these days here, winters are really treating us harshly, I would say. It's Arctic today, I would say. I mean, I'm
Oh,
turning for literally, it's freezing. And how about your place? How is the weather?
yeah, it's not that much cold in here, fortunately. I don't like too much cold, because then you cannot do anything, right?
Exactly. You know what? I This is the very first and last session of today. It's going to be the last one because yes, it was so cold. I could not even imagine to just step out of my quilt. It is
Exactly.
literally not possible. But yes, with you, I wanted to have a session with you, and I know that you are working. You have like you are all like you are always, I guess, running out of time due to your job and studies. So I don't feel formal with you. It's like casual chit chat.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I am going to take this session with you. So I'm sitting here uh, in my bedroom because
Yeah.
literally not possible to sit where actually my setup is, no, so I can't sit there. It's literally cold, so that's it.
Yeah, I can totally understand that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, although it's not that much cold here, but it's like really difficult for me to get out of my blanket, like especially, when you wake up early in the morning and you have to go to work and study. That is like really difficult. I think that is one of the most difficult things in the world.
It because these days my son's exams are going on, so it's like yeah, tomorrow it's his exam, then he will have I guess 2 holidays then. So when it's an off day for him, so I feel relaxed that I do not have to wake up early in the morning. Otherwise I'm just no, I am always in that worry कि सुबह जल्दी उठना है and how will I get up early because it's literally very cold these days. And sometimes I feel blessed that I am not working because if I be working, no, so of course I have to be I would won't say early bird, पता नहीं कौन सा bird होना पड़ना था. I would say because if you are working you do not have
Yeah,
option, right? So I feel
exactly.
blessed. I feel blessed for two things, that I am not studying and I am not working. So I feel so happy.
Yeah, I
When-
can totally understand that. In a sense, I also feel blessed because, when I used to go to school, in school you have to go to early in the school, right? But as far as the university is concerned, you don't have to go to the university that early. So I also, in a way, feel slightly blessed. And I mean, I just really, whenever I reminisce about my past and school days, I just, really wonder how I used to wake up so early. And then, we used to go to school and we used to have this assembly on the roof, and it was like really crazy, man.
yes,
Yeah.
I think when you are kid, you don't feel these like these season no, are not very like you are not that much sensitive about hot weather or cold weather. Nowadays, I
Yeah.
think I'm becoming more impatient with the weathers, be it summer, be it winter. I'm like, okay, but now it is done. Now it should be changed. But it it is not actually good for me because I am being like I am being very, I would say I love to be in my comfort zone always. I want things to be happen the way I want. I would say literally don't I don't like summer. I don't like winter. I just like that spring or autumn. That is it. Because pleasant weather. I want to be in that comfort zone.
Yeah.
And if it is, if I talk about these days, we can't do our hair. We don't feel like doing anything. Even I don't feel like washing my face, let alone taking a shower.
it,
Lit- It's that much. So, but you can't, like we are helpless, no, we can't control this. This is all about nature, and we can
yeah,
only discuss things. Okay, so how is
exactly.
your tuition? Like, how is everything going on? And Are you enjoying being a tutor? How is the journey?
Actually, it's in my case that I'm having these issues. Like, I cannot see you, and your voice is also constantly breaking up. But it's all right. We'll keep the conversation going. So, yeah, you were asking about my journey. Yeah, I have been enjoying this teaching journey a lot, and I think that I have been getting to learn so many things. Like, when you teach and when you go to the institute, you get to meet with so many different, different types of people with different mentality and with different sets of skills. So you always get to learn so many things from those people. Also, I think it can be like really good to boost your confidence up, like when you stand in front. Can you hear me, by the way?
Yes, yes, it's perfectly going
Okay.
smoothly.
Okay. By the way, I cannot see you. Okay. So, when you meet with these different types of people on a regular basis, you kind of gain more insight into human psyche and you kind of learn different things. Also, I think it can be really good for your self-esteem and for your confidence because, initially I remember when I went to the class for the very first time, although I was not nervous that much, but with the passage of time I kind of think that it really helped me to become even more confident than before. And now I also am kind of getting the hang of how to actually teach the students. And one thing that I also learned is the fact that not every student learns everything in the same manner. Like every student requires to be taught in a different way. You need to use different methods in order to get your point across. So yeah, that's what I've learned as well.
Yes, that's the beauty of teaching profession, I would say, because you
Yeah,
cannot same. You need to be creative enough and innovative enough because you are dealing with different mindsets, right? So
exactly.
that
Yeah.
okay. I think you are not able to see me, right?
Uh, Now I can see you, but it's not clear at all. Also, your voice is kind of breaking up. But it's all right. We'll try to keep the conversation going.
So yes, I think we have decided to speak on how failures teach us a lesson,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So I just want to just
yeah,
stick
yeah.
to this topic and this question. So I want to uh, get your views on this. What is failure
Okay,
to
okay.
you? How do you tackle generally? I'm not talking about big, drastic traumas of life. It's just day-to-day life things because every day is not our day, right? So
Yeah,
how
absolutely.
do you tackle these kind of things when life doesn't go the way you want? And did you like have you actually learned any lesson or it's just a
Yeah.
saying?
Yes, of course. What happens is that, sometimes we want to do certain things so desperately, right? We become so desperate to do those things. But when we actually get the opportunity to do that particular thing, we start, second guessing ourselves and we start doubting ourselves. And because of the fear of failure, we just, hold ourselves from taking action. That's what happens with many of the people. And I think that's exactly the difference between an ordinary person and a successful person, because a successful person is always like seeking opportunities, and he's always seeking, he's always trying to make the most out of every opportunity that comes his way. And that's how he ends up becoming successful. So, someone has rightly said that an optimist sees opportunity in every difficulty, whereas a pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. And I totally concur with it. So what happens is that we don't realize the fact that taking action, even if the action is not providing us with the positive outcome, taking action can be really helpful. It can really bring positive result, maybe not immediately, but in the long run, you definitely will see favorable results, right? So this is something that I kind of learned, and I really believe that people who let their failures prevent them from striving to attain their goal really shoots themselves on the foot, because failure is an inevitable part of your life, and you're
Exactly.
bound to fail at yeah, you're bound to fail at one point or another, and there's nothing that you can do about it. what you do after the failure is what matters the most. And I think that it's all right to cry, it's all right to distance yourself from people for a while, and it's completely fine to feel self pity. But what is not all right is to stay stuck in one place, right? That's what happens with people. They become stuck in one place and they don't move ahead. I think that's where the problem lies, and I think people really need to understand the fact that failure only just, failures are only a stepping stone towards success. They help
Exactly.
you to get one step closer towards success. Also, I would like to add a few points as well, that failure also teaches us resilience, and resilience is one of the greatest skills that a person can acquire in his life, because if you are going through any trial and tribulation, it will help you to to face those challenges, and you won't get overwhelmed, right? Also, one of the things that I've noticed, also I would also say that maybe it kind of it's something that affected me as well, is the fact that when we accomplish so many things in our life, we become kind of egotistic, right? And we become self-centered. We start behaving in a very entitled manner. But when we face failure at that time, it brings us back to the ground, and it makes us more humble, and it teaches us humility, right? It teaches us to stay down to earth. So I think that a healthy dose of failure is definitely good for you. And apart from that, failure also teaches you flexibility and adaptability. You cannot keep doing one thing over and over again and expect different results, right? So when one thing doesn't work for you, you change your approach, so it makes you
Hmm.
more flexible, innovative, more creative. Also, I think that failure also is a great source of motivation, because when someone tells you that, oh, you're not capable of doing this particular thing, you become more determined to prove them wrong. So I think, yeah.
Exactly. I see eye to eye. Whatever you said, no, it was so beautiful and it was so practical and realistic. All the stuff, it was realistic, and I could imagine you were speaking in such a good way. It was so vivid description. I would say I could imagine each and everything, and I could relate each and everything with my life. So yes, it's really, and it's been said na ki a flower needs rain and sun to bloom. We can't say that only we need only sun. It's not only about that. So if we value day or days, it's just because of the night, the dark night, then only we value the days, right? And these days,
Yeah.
so trying to be more positive person, and I'm reading good stuff. And these days there's an idiom that's my favorite, and I'm using it. So I would like to sum up our discussion with this phrase that if life gives you lemons, make a lemonade and enjoy your drink. So it's actually good. That's all about a successful person, because whenever you face any kind of difficulties, most of the time, common people, they just focus
Mm-hmm.
on the, oh my god, this happens now, what to do, no, this problem. But a successful
Yeah.
person always focuses on the solution. That's the thing. That
Exactly.
it's the quality of all those successful people. They were able to change the adverse situation into the positive one, right? Adversity,
Hmm.
change their adversity into the opportunity, I would say. So that's, and all these things ends in, as you mentioned, that quality of resilience. You become more determined, right? And you become more, I guess, confident person. And I, for
Mm-hmm.
having, like, you face trouble hearing me, I
No,
could.
yeah, little bit, yeah.
Okay, so that
Yeah.
was really wonderful, and you were just full of beans with all the zeal. Literally, I enjoyed the way you answered this. It was not a question, but it was just a. I wanted to know your point of view. Okay, and okay, nowadays, as you just mentioned that you are busy in your teaching stuff, and of course, you are a student also. So sometimes we feel feel it monotonous, na, that mundane schedule, same to same.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you deal with this thing when you feel bored and you do not want to continue? Sometimes I feel like, okay, just
Mm-hmm.
I'm just Now I'm not going to take any session. I'm not going to
Mm.
record myself. So how do you feel with these kind of situation?
Whenever I feel that my life has become quite mundane and I all the activities that I'm engaging in have become tedious, I always try to add something in my schedule that makes me excited. It could be a good book, you know. I mean, I really love reading books, so it could be a good book or a good TV series. Or when I start feeling really, like when I kind of fed up with all this stuff and work and stuff like that, I always make plans with my friends and I go out and we just, explore different places, explore different cuisines. So that also really helps me to unwind myself from the hustling, bustling life. And yeah, I mean, these pretty much are the things that really have been effective for me. Yeah.
Hmm, that's nice. That's nice. So,
Yeah. How do you deal with these monotonous daily activities? What do you do to add some excitement in your life?
God, what to say? Because I don't step out, I don't hang out with my friends because now my friends are also their homemaker and they're busy, with the things I am busy. But yes, I have only one thing with me, that is my Alexa. I go to Alexa, I ask her to play some good music for me, and she deals with me so, like, she's so sweet. So music, I guess I have discussed so many times that music always brews my coffee. So whenever I go down or I go down the dump, so it's just music. I love
Mm.
listening to music because the song, when whatever song is being played, I could relate it with my life. Either I just uh, I start thinking about my college days, school days, those 90s music, all about Kumar Chanu and Udit Narayan. So it's all
Yeah.
about those crushes and kind of stuff. And whenever I feel literally down as a woman, as a strong woman, okay, I need a dose of positivity or kind of motivation. So I go with uh, simple, like Zindagi Pyar Ka Geet Hai. I have you heard? इसे हर दिल को कहना पड़ेगा. I just love this song. It it does a magic, I would say. It does a magic to me.
Yeah.
So I always
Yeah.
go for these kind of things. Music, I would say I have only one weapon, that is music for me. Or I can have simple good quality time with my son, with my husband. I call to my mother. So these things I try to
Mhm.
engage. But I would say that I am kind of stubborn or airheaded when it comes to do anything. No, I am literally stubborn. I don't easily give up. I don't think so there is make me disappointed or who can affect me in a negative way. But I am the only one who can make myself negative, and I know how to get out of from that situation. So
Mm.
all about my life and the way I deal with my life.
That's really wonderful, and I can totally relate to the fact that you listen to music whenever you feel stressed out. I think listening to music is something that can be really therapeutic for you, right? Especially when you're constantly worrying about so many different things in your life. Also, I think that the '90s music is like way much better than the music that is being produced now, right?
Right. Yes, actually.
Yeah.
So I think I tell you what happens when my son goes to school, husband goes to office. So I am left with all the messy stuff. My house is always, I would say, at sixes and sevens. It's everyone. So sink is full of dishes and everything is just messy. So what I do, I just take a deep breath. It's my every morning story, I would say. Then I play music, and I play loud music, I would like to tell you. And then I start humming, or I start singing the song. I start dancing. I am a bad dancer. I never danced, I would say. Yes, I don't know the ABC of ABC of dance, but when I'm all alone, what to do, how to make yourself energetic and zealous. So I do the same thing. I just uh, go with all the thumkas of Hindi Bollywood music, and this is the way how I do my household chores. And I literally, I love this. I love this, and in a way,
Yeah, yeah.
I get that quality time with myself. I get to know a little bit more about my talent that I can dance also. So it
Yeah,
this is how I deal with that daily trauma of a homemaker.
yeah, it's actually a good way, also like when you're dancing, you're having fun and you're enjoying yourself, but apart from that, you're also physically active. So that's also like good for your health.
Yes, and you don't feel cold in that time because you are energetic, no? So it's that you can bear that
Yeah, yeah,
cold.
absolutely. You don't. Yeah, 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 absolutely. So yeah,
Uh,
I really like all the activities that you add in your life to make it more exciting. Yeah, and maybe I would like to try these some of these things out as well because
try.
lately I have not been listening to a lot of music, and I also have not been like physically that much active. Like I've not been working out and stuff like that. So maybe I would
Hmm.
like to add these some of these activities in my daily life as well. Yeah.
Going to work. You should try. Same here. So good night. Bye bye. Take care.